In this video, we're going to be talking about how to assemble the Grasshopper Escapement mechanism. All the files can be purchased from jbvcreative.com, so if you haven't printed those files, get them printed. You're going to need some additional parts to assemble this escapement. The full parts list is available in the download package, and you will need a hammer and a screwdriver. Let's get started by hammering some bearings into the parts, starting with the anchor mount. Don't hammer the bearings too hard. The plastic is soft, so the bearings will go in. Next, hammer the bearings into the other anchors. And then one more bearing into the pendulum. Using an M4 by 20 millimeter screw, that will go through the top anchor. Throw 2 washers onto the back of that. Slide that through the middle bearing of the second anchor, and then 2 washers into that. And then that will screw into the hole on the anchor mount. Make sure that both pieces are in between the 2 posts, the 2 stopper posts. And make sure that everything is freely swinging. Grab an M4 by 12 millimeter screw that goes through the anchor mount. 2 washers on the end of that. And then that will screw into the top of the base. Again, and make sure everything is swinging freely. Slide the escapement wheel onto the post in the middle of the base. Grab your spool and slide one end of the string through the hole in the top of the spool. Make sure it's going from right to left. Tie a big knot on the end of the string. Has to be big enough that it doesn't go through the hole. Cut off the excess and then make sure that the string is secure. Grab your fillable weight and fill it with some weight. Anything goes here, just stuff that's heavy enough to give it a little bit of mass. Could be extra hardware, ball bearings, extra bearings, and cap the end of it off. Tie the other end of the string through the hole in the top of the weight. Tie it nice and tight so that the weight is secure. And then wrap the extra string around the spool so it's out of the way. Slide the spool onto the post on the base and then secure it with a C-clamp. Using an M4 by 12 millimeter screw that goes in the back of the pendulum. Hold the screw in place with your screwdriver. Throw 2 washers onto the end of that. And then that will screw into the hole in the back of the base with the post on the pendulum sliding into the hole on the anchor mount. Next, we're going to assemble the pendulum. So let's start with the adjuster piece that screws onto the end of the fully threaded rod. Drop the weight on, and then an adapter piece on the other end of that. Add the extension piece, and then screw the other adapter on top of that. And attach it to the escapement mechanism. And we're ready to take it to the wall. Line up your wall mounting guide in whatever position that you want and make sure that it's perfectly straight using a level. Then mark the holes with a pen or a marker. Using whichever wall mounting method that you want, screw the wall anchors into the wall. Here I just have pre-drilled holes and I'm screwing directly into the drywall and it's strong enough to hold the escapement up. Make sure that the wall anchors are super tight and then screw the wall posts directly onto the anchors. Slide your mechanism onto the wall posts. And then use 4 C-clamps to hold it in place. Give the pendulum a little swing and the mechanism should be working. Enjoy.